We're going to give you 10 underrated college basketball plays that we like for this weekend for Saturday. They're each going to go over 5. We're going to go kind of rapid fire style. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, drop in the comment section what you like in these videos, whether you're fading or following, or you like an underrated college basketball play for Saturday, January 24th. Craig Trapp, we'll start with you. Miami -2 at Syracuse.
An interesting game, because when you look on the year, Miami's way better than I thought. I knew they were going to be improved, but it's like when you think improved, I'm thinking like, maybe in the ACC, a couple games above 500. ACC is not world beaters, so I think they could beat up on some bad teams. I mean, they've played with everybody. It's like there's not anything that – now Syracuse is better than I thought they'd be too. I thought Syracuse would be real lucky to be 500 this year. I do think Miami goes on the road. They've lost 2 in a row now, including one to their rival that they were a 10.5-point favorite. Once again, I say, you get double digits to a rival, almost always take it. But the time before that, you give them a little credit. Clemson's pretty good, especially at home. I'm going to take Miami. I think they end this losing streak. I do think Syracuse keeps it close throughout, but I think they fall a little short in the end. Take Miami minus the points.
Robert Ferringo, Central Michigan, catching 1 whole point against Colorado. What are your thoughts?
Interesting game between 2 teams that I kind of like from a betting perspective, right? Like we do this every week, and it's teams outside the top 25 that just like you should know about. Central Florida is one of them, okay? They have a nice win over Kansas at home, beat Texas A&M in the non-conference. They have played good teams close. Like they only lost to Arizona at home by 7. Like this Central Florida team is super athletic and very good. However, they've been terrible on the road. Like they lost outright at Oklahoma State. They just got ramrodded by Iowa State by 30. They're going to Colorado. You got to play at elevation. It's a tough spot for visitors, especially a team like Central Florida that doesn't really make that trip. That being said, I kind of like Central Florida here because Colorado is in a letdown spot. They've lost 4 straight. They just wound up and took a big swing at Kansas earlier this week. That was a game, packed gym, students back. Everybody's fired up to try and upset Kansas. They couldn't do it. I think it's going to be like half empty gym with Central Florida coming to town. This is a game where I think Central Florida's athleticism should be able to trump the superior shooting and execution of Tad Boyle's Colorado team.
NC State -6 at Pittsburgh. What do you say, Kirk Trapp?
I mean, if you would have said Jeff Capel would have a team this bad this year when this is it. Like this was like they gave him 1 more year and it was like, I mean, they're not good at all. They have disappointed in every step of the way. And you have an opposite team. You have Will Wade first year, and everything seems to be, going well for them. I mean, there was even higher expectations, to be honest, than what he's done. But I think he's done a very good job. That win at Clemson, we just said how good Clemson was at Clemson. They won by 4, but at some points they were up 7 or 8. They really were up that entire game as an underdog there. I like NC State here. I don't think they let down. And I don't know. I don't know if Pittsburgh would fire in-season Jeff Capel. But things aren't going well there, and I cannot see unless barring just wins out kind of thing that he's going to be there next year. What do you think, Robert? Do you think Jeff Capel makes it?
Well, how about this? Who gets fired first, Jeff Capel or Micah Shrewsbury? I think Micah Shrewsbury at Notre Dame is gone before Jeff Capel. Yes.
On the same day, they might lose in the NCAA or in the ACC tournament, get fired.
I think we're reaching the end of the Jeff Capel era, but he's done enough there where they will wait till the end of the season, let him go gracefully. Yeah, the thing with Micah Shrewsbury is that there have been problems, him attacking the refs at Cal, him insulting the Notre Dame fan base, the way he acted at the end of the Virginia Tech game. There's stuff going on right now. Jeff Capel, he hasn't been a very good coach. He doesn't have a very good team, but he's still kind of a class guy that I think will get another job, like a mid-major job, something like that. And I could still see him having a good career. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
Let's move on. George Mason -1 at Rhode Island. Robert?
Again, this shout out to Griffin Murphy, to Admiral Akbar Murphy, if he's watching. This one looks like a trap, Griffin. Okay, George Mason is 18-1. They look like the best team in that conference. This is going to be a much smaller line. Now, my projection is that it opens at 1. This is going to be one-sided money. You're only getting George Mason money. This line will jump up to 2.5, 3. I'm going to go the other way with Rhode Island. I think that this is an indicator line. George Mason is coming off that big win over George Washington earlier this week at home. Big game. The two best teams in that league. I still think George Washington has the potential to win that conference tournament. I think it's a bad spot. Archie Miller, not a great Rhode Island team. Like, they haven't shown me they can win a game like this, but just gut feeling, looking at this number, looking at the situation, I kind of like the home dog. I think the public takes one on the chin here.
That's a Murray State +1 at Northern Iowa. I like that breakdown.
This has been a good Murray State team. People don't know Murray State, like Mick Cronin was there at one time. They've had some really good team, the Racers. It's the middle of nowhere in Kentucky, and all they care about is basketball. I mean, that is it. And they once every 3 or 4 years, they have a great team. They've got that this year. I like them here. It's a tough spot going to Northern Iowa from Kentucky. Just look at the map. Not going to be easy for him to get there, but Northern Iowa is what 5 in a row. And I know they'll be desperate, but just Murray State's playing good. I'm going to just ride the hot team here. They did lose at Drake last time out, so it's not like they're riding this long win streak. I think they bounce back here. I like Murray State.
Memphis +3 at Wichita State. How say you, Robert?
So this one is a little tricky. Like Memphis is not as bad as people think they are. They're only 9-9, and the anti-Penny crowd, of which I'm kind of one. The guy's great at recruiting talent. He is not a very good in-game coach. It looks like he's flaming out this year, but he's really not. Like, Memphis has played one of the 20 most difficult schedules in the country, and they've been competitive in a lot of these games against Ole Miss, Wake Forest, Purdue, Vanderbilt. They lost in overtime. Like, they're not getting run out of the gym. They have a solid, decent little team. The problem for them is that even though they're down, and a game like this is a perfect example, this is a big game for Wichita State. They don't care that Memphis is 9-9. They don't care that they're in the middle of the conference. Like, Wichita State is going to be amped up because it's Memphis and because it's Penny Hardaway. Wichita State is a team that I think is underperformed a little bit, but they're showing some signs. They won at South Florida. They hammered Eastern Carolina. In that game, they only shot 9 for 34 from three-point range. Wichita State did. So they won by 17. They didn't even play that well. So I like the Shockers here. That home gym can get loud. That's a tough place to play. I think that they're going to be able to beat that short number.
Georgetown getting 7 at Providence, Craig Trapp.
Man, Ed Cooley.
The return game, the revenge game, right?
It's, when the guy goes into the press conference and is like basically saying, it could be worse that we're 1-7 or however he like phrased that. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, that is not the image that Georgetown basketball, of the 80s and 90s, like, you were the bully, like, you were beating up on everybody. And now you're happy, like you're content. Hey, there could be worse things. It's like, dude, give everybody a trophy type thing. That's not what I want to hear of my head coach when things are struggling. Like, I know the problem is the Providence is kind of the same team. They're both 9-10. It's not like Providence is a super reliable team. They've won one game in their last 5 games, and now they should be a 5.5 favorite. I think you take the under in this game. Last time out, Providence scored 104 and lost. The game before that, they scored 88 and lost. I'm sorry, 93 and won. I think this is a lower scoring game. Georgetown, they can't score easily. I'm going to take a little flyer here on the under in this matchup. I do think, like, the loser of this game and Marquette in the Big East should all just be like, we just give up rest of the games this year because it's been a bad year for those guys.
That's fair. Let's go to the MAC with Bowling Green catch -2 at Toledo. It's no Miami, Ohio matchup, but so what says you, Robert?
Yeah, Craig, Ed Cooley is like, it could be worse because they keep covering spreads. Georgetown's actually been a pretty good underdog.
Maybe just betting the games.
But we're losing, but we're
maybe
beating the number, man. Like, the boosters got to be thrilled with that. Bowling Green is clearly the superior team here. Toledo is right there with Kent State, like one of the best home court advantages in the MAC. Okay, so always dangerous here as a home underdog. This is another one of those situations also where it's like, this is going to be one-sided action. The public is going to be all over Bowling Green in this one. And unlike the first one where I'm like, I smell out the trap, I'm actually going to take Rhode Island. This one, I'm going to get pinned with the public. Sometimes it's hip to be square. I'm going to play Bowling Green just because I haven't seen this Toledo team this is probably the worst Toledo team that we've seen in like 7 or 8 years. They're just not very good.
Right.
So I haven't seen enough from them to make me think that they can pull off the upset here. So we'll take Bowling Green against a short number, but it's going to be a close game. This is not one where either team is going to run away.
Fair enough. Last one for you, Craig Trapp. Richmond +7 at George Washington.
Oh, George Washington is pretty freaking good. I think there's St. Louis, Dayton, George Washington, and George Mason. Those 4, I hope we see 3 of them get in the NCAA tournament. I don't know. With the ACC and the Big East kind of having some teams that I didn't expect play a little better that might get bids, I'm worried that the conferences like the A10, like the Mountain West, might be teams that get a little fewer than probably what they deserve. I think this is a pretty tight game. It's a little bit of a letdown spot, I think, for George Washington, to be very honest. They played pretty good at George Mason, fell short, didn't cover it anyway. They lost at Davis in the game before that. They lost at Dayton. So they've lost 3 of their last 4 games. They got to kind of be looking in the mirror. I think it's another really, really tight game. I could see it's like a 1 or 2 point game. So give me the points here with Richmond. This A10, if you guys aren't watching A10 basketball, it's fun to watch. They're not they just don't have NBA pros. That's the difference. They're not out there playing ridiculously above the rim. Some do, but man, they play good basketball. Especially if you like good basketball, watching Dayton and George Mason and St. Louis right now is pretty fun basketball to watch.
St. Louis, I like that team. Western Kentucky +7 at Sam Houston State, Robert. Last one, and we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, again, this is another one where I think the public is going to look at Western Kentucky catching points and be like, oh, Western Kentucky, I kind of know them. They've made the NCAA tournament. Like, they recognize the name more than they will Sam Houston State. But this Western Kentucky program is kind of lost at sea right now. Like, I don't know that Hank Plona's not the guy to get them to the next level. We talk about like a Jeff Capel, like he's going to leave Pitt. I think like Western Kentucky would be a great landing spot for a guy like that, because Plona he's not getting it done. This isn't a very good Western Kentucky team. And Sam Houston, they'll choke the life out of some people. They're tough at home. They haven't blown anyone out in a while, even though they've won 3 straight games. Like, they haven't laid the wood at home in a bit. They lost to Liberty in their last big home game. So something tells me here that they're going to have a good day. Tempted to take the points. I know that's how the public is going to look at this one. I think Sam Houston State wins by a blowout.
There you have it. 10 underrated college basketball bets or picks or leans, however you want to take it, that you should be looking for on Saturday, January 24th. Don't forget, use that free
hold on before we go.
account.
Before we go, I want the over-under on the number of games Robert has. Tomorrow's schedule is awesome. 12. I say 12.
I'll take over that. I'll take over. That's a lot.
Yeah, it will definitely be over that. It will be less than 20. I'm trying to tighten things up a little bit, and it's going to surprise you. I already have my 7-unit play circled, and I have another play I really like. They're both games that you wouldn't think of. A lot of those big high-profile games, I'm not going to play. That's
fair.
So,
well, I have 3
falls
tomorrow.
right into this, underrated college basketball plays.
3 that I like, and 2 of them are like, I won't say ranked games, but like, bigger conference games, like ones that, will be on people's.
Use that. If you want picks in those high profile games, I have a bunch of free play videos that will be dropping on Doc's YouTube channel today. All the high profile games, basically. So if you're looking for picks in like that Houston, Texas Tech game, that's the next video I'm doing. Like, just go over to Doc's. I know most of you are already subscribers. If you aren't, like and subscribe. But yeah, if you want picks from me, you'll get them. Illinois, Purdue, Tennessee, Alabama, Miami, Syracuse, Auburn, Florida. Those are games that I'm going to have free plays in. So go check those videos out.
There you go. Free $60 account. Links in the description of the video. Good luck unless you're against us. Take care.